In this video, I wanted to show how you can recharge your AC. So I have a 2007 Silverado, so I think this method would be good for all Silverados and actually probably Chevy big block engines from 2007 to about 2015 or 16, I think. On the bottom right, so I've had my truck running for about 10 minutes now. The doors are open and the AC is on full. And you can see I've got my meat thermometer down here. That's all I had, but it's just stuck in the vent. So it's blowing 80-degree air right now, and on this day it was about 85 degrees. So it's basically not cooling at all. So I've got my, this is the upper left side of the engine compartment, and I don't have a shot of it here, but you can see the compressor is just cycling on and off. And when we look at the gauge, we'll see that I've got a different view here, but you can see how the bottle attaches on there. But you can see, so if we just watch the gauge, it just cycles back and forth between high and low pressure. So the compressor's off right now, but then it turns back on. It pumps down the low pressure side where the evaporator is, and then it cycles back on, and you can see it's just going back and forth. So it's completely empty of refrigerant. This particular truck uses 134A. So what I'm doing right now is priming the system a little bit, and I'm waiting for the compressor to turn on to start charging it. You can see there that I wait for the needle to start to dip back low into the green, because I don't want to pressurize it when it's high. You can see there the needle just goes back and forth as the compressor cycles back and on, back off and on, which indicates that it's not working at all. There's no refrigerant in there for it to do any work. So every time the compressor cycles on and the low pressure side draws down, I hit it with a burst of this Arctic freeze and start adding refrigerant to the system. You can see here, I believe after this one, it's gonna come back up to high pressure, and as soon as it starts drawing down, I'm gonna inject it in. This will be the first time I think that it gets enough refrigerant to actually do something, and you can see that the temperature immediately starts falling as I add refrigerant to the system. Now the compressor is on full time. It's not cycling on and off anymore, so I can just charge this fully until I'm at a good pressure range here on the low pressure side. You can see I'm kind of shaking the bottle up and down. This is not a charge system that needs to be oriented one specific way or the other, but this refrigerant does. It's a saturated liquid vapor mixture, and so shaking the bottle up and down helps get more refrigerant into the system quicker. So you can see I just agitate it as it is being injected in. You can see we are at 79 degrees. It's just been a couple minutes here. Keep in mind the windows and doors are open and down, and so I've got it set to recycle within the cabin, but I'm just drawing in hot air. So on an 85-degree day, it's blowing out 64 degrees. In a minute here, I'll close the doors and you'll see, you can watch the temperature drop all the way down. I think it gets down as low as 41, so we'll watch this here. The instructions for this do say to let the AC run and get all the way cooled down, but that really wasn't even necessary for me because, like I said, it was completely out of refrigerant. Now I've got the doors and windows closed, and we'll watch this drop all the way down. You can see it gets down to 43 degrees, and then in the final shots it got as cold as 41. So it worked, and I'm very happy with it. That's how you can do it in a 2007 Silverado.